So when I was first looking into the theory, maybe about 3 months into research, I came upon my first, my first stumbling point, where I heard that someone said that if if someone is looking at some object further out in the distance, and one of them climbs a tree, the person on the ground cannot see that object way out in the distance, but the person in the tree can because they are looking over the curve. Okay? Now, this one stumped me for a little while until I realized that if we're living on a plane and the sun is actually closer, when the sun moves further out of view, further way out into the distance, right? The sun's rays are actually coming. They're being scattered from the point of origin where the sun is emanating the light. But as you can see in my illustration, I have three drawings that I drew. Right? I got point 1, point 2, point 3, where in that image there, you can see that the person on the building, they can see the sun, right? They got a good view of the sun. Now the person on the ground can still see the sun. Now the part 2 of it is when the sun is setting. So the person on the ground can see the sun setting. Now the person in the building still has a good view of it. Now the third image on the bottom, and I know it's not the best drawing, but it gets the point. I scaled down the building. I scaled down the people, right? Because I couldn't move the sun further off the page, right? So now you can see that the rays that are coming from more or less the bottom of the sun are hitting the ground. So the observer on the ground cannot see the light. However, the rays that are emanating from the top of the sun are now just able to be seen by the person on the building. And this is on a plane, right? You can see how I drew the lines, right? And I mean, it just blows that right out of the water. Now in my second image, I drew this one, right? Like I'm not a like pro, right? But I just like to sketch, right? I've always liked to sketch. Now you can see in this one I drew a sunset, right? Or a sun about to set, and you can see the clouds, you can see the water there, and this cliff. I I drew you on the cliff, right? And you can see the sky there. Now I drew everything here taking into account of flat Earth. And this is exactly what we see in real life. When the sun is setting, you can see that the way that the light is hitting the clouds, the angles of the clouds, right? You can see that there's a sunspot right under the sun, right, directly under the sun in the water, as you can see. Now, this is just like when you look into when it's a rainy day and you're driving, you can see the headlights, and they're reflecting off the water on the street. You can see that it makes the same straight light reflection towards you. So I mean, this is just another clue to the flat Earth. Thanks for watching.